Okay, I just took 4 cups of freshly cooked rice right directly from the rice cooker, so it's very hot. What I like to do is kind of break it up just a little bit. We want to get our rice a little bit fluffy, right? And typically when you make sushi rice, you can use a tiny bit less water than you normally would for regular rice, but it's very immeasurable, it's tiny. So as I mentioned, this is 4 cups of cooked rice. And what I have here is 8 ounces of prepared sushi vinegar. Hopefully we'll show you a link to that recipe. And we're going to pour this on while it's piping hot. And you notice I'm pouring it kind of on top of the shamoji. So it kind of sprinkles evenly all around the rice, kind of like a waterfall, right? And we want to get that all in there, okay? And as we mix our sushi rice, remember it's hot, you go from the bottom to the top and you kind of fold it over. And as you fold it over, you do a nice chopping motion to try to break up all of the rice so every single grain gets the flavoring. And the reason we do this nice chopping motion is to preserve the grains of rice. We don't want to smash the rice together, okay? So we want to make sure you get all that liquid out from underneath by scooping, 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 and folding, scooping and folding, and then we do our nice chopping motion. Obviously, if you have a traditional circular wooden container for the rice, that's going to work better. But since you can buy these containers anywhere, like these rectangular tubs, I use these for home because they're just as convenient and they work just fine. Another tip and trick is you want to make sure that you get the rice kernels off of the side of your container, because a lonely rice kernel that gets left up there will get all dry and get all crusty, and you don't want hard rice kernels inside of your sushi rice. So this initial mix is the most important, the initial mixing of the rice, because you want to get all that sushi su, that sushi vinegar, really infused into all the grains of rice. And you can see that I'm using a container that's big enough to spread out the rice, you know, so let it cool naturally. So after we did our initial mix, as you can see, I went around several times, okay? And then I want to kind of fluff this all up, make it nice and flat. And what we'll do is we'll leave this for about 5 minutes, and then we'll come back every 5 minutes or so and keep mixing it. As we mix it, the liquid will absorb into the rice and it'll get a little firmer and a little firmer. You want to let this cool to room temperature, and this process should take anywhere from 60 to about 90 minutes. And then, only after it's cool can you cover the rice. But you have to wait till it's cooled down. You never want to cover sushi rice while it's still warm because it'll continue to cook. Okay, and that's how you prepare your sushi rice.